The ghostly gardener. In the heart of the mist-shrouded town of Ravenswood, nestled between ancient oaks and forgotten gravestones, there stood an old mansion, its time-worn facade cloaked in ivy and shadows. The townsfolk spoke of it only in hushed tones, for they knew it was haunted by a presence that had lingered for centuries. The ghostly gardener. Legend told of a man named Elias Blackwood, who had tended the gardens with unparalleled skill and an uncanny connection to the earth. His love for the flora was matched only by the melancholy that seemed to shroud him like a second skin. Elias was reclusive, rarely seen outside his sanctuary of petals and leaves. One fateful autumn eve, the town was awakened by a thunderstorm that rent the skies. Lightning danced like ethereal specters, illuminating the mansion's windows with a ghastly glow. When the morning sun broke through the dissipating clouds, the townsfolk gathered to investigate the mansion. They found the once vibrant gardens in shambles, as if the very earth had wept. At the heart of the chaos stood Elias, his form now as spectral as the misty morn. His eyes, once vibrant and green as the leaves he tended, now held a haunting sadness. Elias whispered a final promise to the plants before vanishing, leaving behind only a chill that clung to the air. From that day forth, Ravenswood Mansion lay abandoned, its gardens slowly reclaiming the space. Yet, with every passing season, whispers of the ghostly gardener grew louder. Some claimed to have glimpsed his wraith-like figure tending to the roses under the silver moonlight. His fingers as delicate as petals, his laughter mingling with the rustling leaves. Generations passed, and the mansion's legend became entwined with the very soul of Ravenswood. The bravest ventured to the gardens, hoping for a fleeting encounter with Elias and his spectral blooms. They told of roses that bloomed even in the harshest winters, and lilies that sang in harmonious chorus. Then came young Samuel, a boy with a heart aflame for adventure. Drawn by the allure of the ghostly gardener, he ventured into the gardens one moonlit night. The air grew heavy, and the flowers whispered secrets in the ancient tongue of earth. There, amidst the ivy-draped trellises, he glimpsed a figure, spectral and luminous, hands gently caressing the blossoms. Elias turned, his eyes piercing through the veil of time. With a voice like a wind-blown leaf, he spoke to Samuel of forgotten gardens and the fragile beauty of life. Samuel, moved by the spectral gardener's tale, promised to honor the legacy of Ravenswood. From that night on, Samuel became the steward of the mansion and its ethereal gardens. With each passing season, the flora flourished, as if touched by the hand of a phantom. The townsfolk watched in awe as the mansion regained a hint of its former glory, the ivy rekindling its vibrant green. Samuel lived out his days in the company of the ghostly gardener, and when the boy of adventure passed on, they said he became a specter himself, forever bound to the gardens he loved. To this day, in the mist-shrouded town of Ravenswood, the legend of the ghostly gardener lives on, carried by the wind through the ivy-clad trees, and echoed in the laughter of the blooms that bloom in the heart of the forgotten mansion.